Cuentan que hace mucho tiempo, en el reino subterráneo, donde no existe la mentira ni el dolor, vivía una princesa que soñaba con el mundo de los humanos. Soñaba con el cielo azul, la brisa suave y el brillante sol. Un día, burlando toda vigilancia, la princesa escapó. Una vez en el exterior, la luz del sol la cegó y borró de su memoria cualquier indicio del pasado. La princesa olvidó quién era, de dónde venía. Su cuerpo sufrió frío, enfermedad y dolor, y al correr de los años, murió. Sin embargo, su padre, el rey, sabía que el alma de la princesa regresaría, quizá en otro cuerpo, en otro tiempo y en otro lugar, y él la esperaría hasta su último aliento, hasta que el mundo dejara de girar.
Look sharp, Tom. Don't want to be caught out of bed after hours. Something on your mind, Tom?
Yes, sir. You see, I couldn't think of anyone else to go to. The other professors, well, they're not like you. They might misunderstand.
Go on.
I was in the library the other night, in the restricted section, and I read something rather odd about a bit of rare magic. And I thought perhaps you could illuminate me. It's called, as I understand it,
I beg your pardon? I don't know anything about such things, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Now get out of here at once, and don't let me ever catch you mentioning it again!
I was in the library the other night, in the restricted section, and I read something rather odd about a bit of rare magic. It's called, as I understand it, a Horcrux.
I beg your pardon?
Horcrux. I came across the term while reading, and I didn't fully understand it.
I'm not sure what you were reading, Tom, but this is very dark stuff, very dark indeed.
Which is why I came to you.
A Horcrux is an object in which a person has concealed part of their soul.
But I don't understand how that works, sir.
One splits one's soul and hides part of it in an object. By doing so, you are protected should you be attacked and your body destroyed.
Protected?
That part of your soul that is hidden lives on. In other words, you cannot die.
And how does one split his soul, sir?
I think you already know the answer to that, Tom.
Murder.
Yes. Killing rips the soul apart. It is a violation against nature.
Can you only split the soul once? For instance, 6 and 7?
7? Merlin's beard, Tom. Isn't it bad enough to consider killing one person? To rip the soul into 7 pieces? This is all hypothetical, isn't it, Tom? All academic.
Of course, sir. It'll be our little secret.
Ladies and gentlemen, the very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it. Even today, there is little value in opposing the threat of a closed society by imitating its arbitrary restrictions. Even today, there is little value in ensuring the survival of our nation if our traditions do not survive with it. And there is very grave danger that an announced need for increased security will be seized upon by those anxious to expand its meaning to the very limits of official censorship and concealment. That I do not intend to permit to the extent that it's in my control. And no official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, civilian or military, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know.
Great kings of men.
For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed. No president should fear public scrutiny of this program, for from that scrutiny comes understanding, and from that understanding comes support or opposition, and both are necessary. I am not asking your newspapers to support an administration, but I am asking your help in the tremendous task of informing and alerting the American people. For I have complete confidence in the response and dedication of our citizens whenever they are fully informed. I not only could not stifle controversy among your readers, I welcome it. This administration intends to be candid about its errors. For as a wise man once said, an error doesn't become a mistake until you refuse to correct it. We intend to accept full responsibility for our errors, and we expect you to point them out when we miss them. Without debate, without criticism, no administration and no country can succeed, and no republic can survive. That is why the Athenian lawmaker Solon decreed it a crime for any citizen to shrink from controversy.
Great kings.
And that is why our press was protected by the First Amendment, the only business in America specifically protected by the Constitution, not primarily to amuse and entertain, not to emphasize the trivial and the sentimental, not to simply give the public what it wants, but to inform, to arouse, to reflect, to state our dangers and our opportunities, to indicate our crises and our choices, to lead, mold, educate, and sometimes even anger public opinion. This means greater coverage and analysis of international news, for it is no longer far away and foreign, but close at hand and local. It means greater attention to improved understanding of the news, as well as improved transmission. And it means, finally, that government at all levels must meet its obligation to provide you with the fullest possible information outside the narrowest limits of national security. And so it is to the printing press, to the recorder of man's deeds, the keeper of his conscience, the courier of his news, that we look for strength and assistance, confident that with your help, man will be what he was born to be, free and independent.
Man.
subterráneo, donde no existe la mentira ni el dolor, vivía una princesa que soñaba con el mundo de los humanos. Soñaba con el cielo azul, la brisa suave y el brillante sol. Un día, burlando toda vigilancia, la princesa escapó. Una vez en el exterior, la luz del sol la cegó y borró de su memoria cualquier indicio del pasado. La princesa olvidó quién era, de dónde venía. Su cuerpo sufrió frío, enfermedad y dolor, y al correr de los años, murió. Sin embargo, su padre, el rey, sabía que el alma de la princesa regresaría, quizá en otro cuerpo, en otro tiempo y en otro lugar, y él la esperaría hasta su último aliento, hasta que el mundo dejara de girar. Cuentan que hace mucho tiempo, en el reino subterráneo, donde no existe la mentira ni el dolor, vivía una princesa que soñaba con el mundo de los humanos. Soñaba con el cielo azul, la brisa suave y el brillante sol. Un día, burlando toda vigilancia, la princesa escapó. Una vez en el exterior, la luz del sol la cegó y borró de su memoria cualquier indicio del pasado. La princesa olvidó quién era, de dónde venía. Su cuerpo sufrió frío, enfermedad y dolor, y al correr de los años, murió. Sin embargo, su padre, el rey, sabía que el alma de la princesa regresaría, quizá en otro cuerpo, en otro tiempo y en otro lugar, y él la esperaría hasta su último aliento, hasta que el mundo